My name is Lydia. I am 38 years old. I am married to Maxwell. Maxwell is much younger than me. He is only 29. We have been married for 8 years. We have 2 beautiful children. Our son is 7. Our baby daughter is only 6 months old. Maxwell worked in a small repair shop. I stayed home. One afternoon, I was getting the children ready for the doctor's appointment. My son was already sitting in the back seat. My daughter was in her baby seat. I bent down to adjust the straps around her. Then my hand touched something soft under the seat. I pulled it out. It was a red panty. My heart stopped. My entire body became weak. I stared at it for a long time. It did not belong to me. I knew that immediately. I had never worn anything like that. Then something came to my mind. After our marriage, Maxwell and I were never close in the car. Before marriage, yes, when we were young and full of excitement. But after marriage, everything became plain. Life became routine. So, how did another woman's panty end up in our car? Suddenly, a memory from 2 nights earlier came to me. Maxwell was lying on the bed holding his phone. I was folding laundry quietly. I said, "Maxwell, you don't give me time anymore. You are always out working. You don't look at the kids anymore. You don't even look at me anymore." Maxwell did not look at me. He just nodded without interest. Then, suddenly, his phone rang. Maxwell stood up quickly and walked into the bathroom. He closed the door behind him. I felt confused, so I walked slowly toward the bathroom door. His voice was low, very low, but I heard a few words. "Don't miss me too much, baby. With time, I'll get rid of that old hag." I froze. I could not breathe. Old hag. That was how my husband described me, the man I cooked for every day. The man whose children I carried, the man for whom I lost sleep and youth. He was planning to replace me. When Maxwell came out of the bathroom, I could not control my anger. I said, "Who were you talking to?" Maxwell looked at me with cold eyes. He said, "It's none of your business, Lydia." My heart broke. Before I could stop myself, my hand moved. I slapped him hard on the face. The sound echoed in the room. Maxwell's turned slowly toward me. His face was full of anger. That was my biggest mistake. He grabbed my arms and pushed me hard against the wall. My shoulder hit the wall painfully. I cried out. Maxwell said angrily, "You old hag! This is the reason I don't love you anymore." Then he picked up his jacket. He said, "I am leaving you. I will marry my girlfriend whether you like it or not." Then he walked out of the house. Maxwell did not return for 1 week. Our son asked every night where his father was. I did not know what to say. Then one evening, Maxwell suddenly came back. To my surprise, he fell on his knees. He said, "Lydia, I am sorry. I have been a terrible husband. Please forgive me." Then he said something unexpected. He said, "Let's go away for the weekend. Just you and me. We need time together." Part of me wanted to believe him. Maybe he truly regretted everything. 2 days later, we drove to an old cabin in the woods. The place was very quiet. Inside the cabin, Everything looked simple. Maxwell seemed relaxed. He said he would prepare dinner and wine. I went to the bathroom to wash my face. When I came back, I saw something strange. Maxwell was standing near the table. He was pouring something from a small bottle into one of the wine glasses. When he saw me, he quickly smiled. Maxwell said, "Here, wine for us." I looked at the glass carefully. He said, "Why aren't you drinking?" Then suddenly, he laughed and drank from the same glass. He said, "Relax, Lydia. It's just a love potion." That night, I fell asleep in Maxwell's arms. For the first time in many months, I slept peacefully. When I woke up the next morning, the bed felt strange. I was surrounded by pillows. Maxwell was gone. I stood up quickly and walked into the living room. No one was there. I went to the entrance door. I tried the handle. It would not move. The door was locked from outside. My heart began to beat fast. Maxwell had left me alone inside the cabin. At first, I screamed and hit the door, but nothing happened. No one came. Tears filled my eyes. I found a little dried bread in the kitchen. That was all I had to eat. Days passed slowly. I cried every night. Sometimes I thought I would die there. I kept asking myself one question: how could I be so stupid? A man who cheats never returns to his wife. One night, I fell asleep while crying. When I woke up the next morning, I saw Maxwell. He was standing beside me. Next to him stood a young, beautiful woman, his girlfriend. Then I saw my children. They were behind them. I broke down when I saw my children. They were safe. Maxwell's face was cold. He said, "I only kept you here so I could marry Katie and sell the house." He held divorce papers in his hand. He said, "Sign them. Do whatever you want with your life." I asked Maxwell for one last favor. "Please drop me at my mother's house." Surprisingly, he agreed. My mother helped me raise my children. When I recovered, I began working. My mother took care of the kids while I worked. I worked very hard. Years passed. I was promoted again and again. 15 years later, my life changed completely. I became the CEO of the company. I was strong, independent, and I never believed in love again. One day, I was walking through the office to check the employees. Then I saw a man cleaning near the hallway. He looked tired. His back was bent. His head was bald. At first, I did not recognize him. Then he looked up. It was Maxwell. He recognized me. He stood up quickly and began walking toward me, but I turned away. I told the manager, "Please remove the man who is following me," and I walked away. That moment was the end of our story. Maxwell once tried to destroy my life, but in the end, I built a better one without him. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.